from those students and their head of the class. Meanwhile, a distinctly French cookery lesson as Allo Allo's Vicki Michelle assists Hudson and Halls.
It is I, Yvette. You are probably wondering what I am doing here. Well, I have taken a temporary job for two chefs. You may have heard of them, Hudson and Halls. They are British chefs. Anyway, anything is better than Madame Edith's cooking. These glasses are filthy. That's better. Ah, what is this? The menu. Oh, it is very good. We have toasted cheese loaf, sausage meat pie, and not forgetting bacon and cheese spirals. It is wonderful, isn't it? Oh, and of course, I forgot to tell you about the special guest. She is wonderful. She is gorgeous. She is fantastic. A brilliant actress. You may have heard of her. Vicki Michelle.
Welcome to the show. Nice to be here again, isn't it, Peter?
Good evening, everybody. It's lovely to be with you. See, we've gone up in the world, of course. We've got a lovely French maid.
You can't trust them, you know, these people from overseas. I mean, she's the type that probably go like this. Wipe it up, you
Yvette
never know.
would never do that. Yvette, would you go upstairs and do the bedrooms, please, and then the bathrooms?
Right.
I want to get on and start dinner. Now, we're going to start off with the spirals, and it has several ingredients in them. One of them is spinach. Now, I've bought about 300 grams of already chopped spinach, frozen it was. I just brought it to boil with a little water, and I'm just draining as much out of it as possible, which is not much. Tip it onto a plate. This is the way I find it easier, because I want to get as most...
Dry.
What?
Dry.
I want to get as much moisture out of it as possible. Who asked you?
Well,
It'll be your turn. So if you put it between...
It's going to splodge everywhere, you watch.
Two plates and you squeeze it carefully
out the other
like
side.
this. I'll have enough on this day.
I told you, stick it in the middle, I said. Stick it in the middle, don't put it on the edge.
No comment, actually, at the moment, because I want to stay on television for some years. Just press it between the plates gently like this, and it gets out quite a lot of moisture. It's terribly...
Gluggy?
It's all stuck together. Tip it in a bowl, pretending that's superbly dry. It does work normally, but the spinach is obviously too dry. Oh, my God, look what I've done. Oh. And I'm adding to that about 3/4 of a cup of dried white, 1/4 of a cup of dried breadcrumbs, and just mixing that round. I will now proceed to wash my hands before doing the next bit.
Actually, another part, there's 3 bits that go in this filo pastry. The second one we actually cooked a little bit early because you have to do it fractionally so it cools down a bit. And that's by using 2 rashers of bacon cut up fairly fine and 1 onion cut fairly fine, and just sautéed it until the onions are soft. They don't have to go a golden brown. Now, because of the bacon, you don't need a lot of fat in this. You just need a little bit of butter or a little bit of oil.
Is that good?
Is it good? So
Lovely.
tip this into a bowl as well. When it's cooled down, and then add to that a 1/4 cup again of fresh breadcrumbs, and just mix that together. And then the third one is also very simple, isn't it, Peter? Even you can do that.
I was reading, I'm sorry, at the moment. I've got here a little bowl, which is fairly obvious. I've done about a 1/2 cup here of finely grated Parmesan cheese. Now, as we always say, I know everybody gets very cross about this, we like to grate our own Parmesan cheese because it's better and it's fresher. If you buy a whole lot, it's cheaper. Grate off the whole lot, put it in little parcels and freeze it in the freezer, and it's ready for whenever you want it. I'm adding again a scant 1/4 cup of fresh white breadcrumbs and a teaspoon of dill weed. Now, if you can get the real fresh...
And there are a few dills around here, I can tell you.
And the biggest one's on my left. That's camera right, I believe.
Over there?
I was saying, so I'm using a teaspoon of dried, but if you can get fresh dill, about a tablespoon, very finely chopped.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, what's wrong now?
I forgot to do me a bit, but it doesn't matter because what I was going to... Oh, you finished?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, right. What I was going to say was I should have had some melted butter, but you can have melted butter or a mixture of butter and oil to put between the filo. But as I haven't melted the butter, I'll use straight oil. Now, filo pastry, normally the sheets we buy are slightly thicker, slightly bigger than this, wider. And also slightly longer. Bigger than this one. It's very fun. I know, make a lovely
make a wonton.
It'd want to wonton.
But
just
we've got a
sprinkle
Chinese cat,
a little
don't
bit.
worry.
Just, hold one in for me, please,
I'm
because it
terribly
slips.
sorry.
That's it. Don't put too much on, just a little bit. You need... I thought, I was going to lick my fingers.
Don't do that, that's dirty.
I was thinking I was doing a
Come on, get on, it's not all
I'm
night.
trying to, but just don't rush me. You can't be rushed when you're doing this.
We've got Michelle coming to dinner. She always arrives
yeah,
early, so be
she is.
careful.
Yeah, I know.
She'll be on the bus now already.
I know. Can you see her taking a bus?
No, I can't, actually.
Number 27 she gets. Actually, sometimes she comes by tram.
This
if
is
she's
a
coming by
half-hour.
British Rail, she won't even get here.
I bet you get a ticket on the next train, one way.
I won't. I'll get one of the lasagnas instead.
I like the lasagna.
You do this
Get
several
on!
times. I am. If you've got filo and you're using a lot of it, keep it wrapped up or covered with a damp cloth because it dries out very, very quickly.
BBC haven't given us an hour show yet.
How many sheets got? 4 sheets, that is.
Right, 4 sheets. Now, you're 3 sheets,
Yeah,
I think,
only
already to the wind. Just press this out gently like this. This is the spinach, the crumbs, and the spinach and the crumbs. That's right.
Oh, well, hang on. Spread it out properly.
Well, do some yourself. You're
Look, you
gabbing your head off.
Get it over the edges, up to the edges. I don't like it being cheating bits. I like it all nicely done.
Right. Now, this is the bacon and what?
Bacon and onion, yeah. That's about enough of that. Well, don't do too much.
You just told me to do
supposed to
enough.
make 2 or 3 of these, not one.
We're not making any more than this.
No,
so
I
what's the
know that,
matter?
but still, it's just get the principles right, isn't it? Well, you can put a bit more on if you like. Tut. It makes all the difference, you know. And lastly, just the
Gosh, you're
plums and
hard to like.
cheese and dill. Well, that's enough because you don't have it too dry. No, a bit more.
Right, do it just... Oh, no, I've got to stay back, haven't I? Where's
All
the
you
other
need
one?
to do now...
I'll just get rid of these for you, shall
Right,
I?
all you need to do now is either water or oil at the end. Do it on a ball, 'cause it's easy to turn
you're
around.
hard to work with.
And just do this, fold this... Oh, it's all sloppy. You didn't get much water out of this, did you?
Pardon?
It's still got a lot of water in the
It keeps
spinach.
them moist.
Bucking it in, look.
Where's the other one? It's in the fridge, isn't it?
Just roll this up tightly and then pop it on. Pop
Where's
it
the one
on a
that's in the
tray
fridge?
and leave it in the fridge.
Where's
I
the
took it
one
out-
that's in the
Well,
fridge?
it was getting too cold. There you
Oh,
are.
thank you. Pity you didn't tell me, isn't it?
There's your
Thank
tea.
you so much.
Oh.
Now, what we've done, we would have kept... We
Winston
normally
Churchill.
We normally keep these...
He used to like big cigars. Sorry.
We normally keep these in the refrigerator, but they've gone a bit hard, and you've got to be very careful with filo that it doesn't dry out. So just make sure it's
I said
soft.
that.
Use a very sharp knife, and just cut these into rounds. I wish I could cut you into rounds. Be wonderful. Bake at 6,000 degrees for an hour. Be wonderful.
One day you might end up down there.
I will. That's for sure. Just cut these into rounds. So we're talking here food that's just really party food, picnic food, easy snack food.
If you want to leave out the bacon, you can. Just use the onion and use another herb with it. And it's just as tasty.
all green.
You can use different cheeses as well in that. You can use just some cheddar cheese
Charles,
if you like.
these don't work.
What?
The things on my glasses, they're slipping down my nose
Oh,
again.
never mind. Well,
They're
stick 'em
supposed
up.
to be stuck to my face. The glue's no good either. You tell them what you do with that now.
Well, you
I'll
can
put this
shove
away.
it in the oven at 160 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes until they go nice and brown. We've got some in there already because they need to be cooked at a low heat. But they really are delicious. Now, at this stage, once you've done them like this, or in the roll, you can actually cover that and freeze it for a little while. Bring it out, let it go back to room temperature slightly until it thaws out, cut it up, and then cook it. We'll leave those to one side. What have you got now?
Now, we're going to do a
yes.
rather nice cheese bread, or a loaf. I suppose this is a loaf of bread. I would have preferred one of
cutting.
those long... How can I cut and do that as well?
Well, you can't. He
I
wants
would have
a
liked
long
one of
one.
those
Like that.
long,
Wants a long
square
one? You got the-
sandwich loaves,
Yeah.
but I understand they call this a sandwich loaf up here or in England. So what I'm doing is cutting all the crusts off,
Yes.
which is very important.
Uh-huh.
I've done that one. And as that's got a roof on it like that, I want to cut this off because I want to make it level. So just cut... If you've got ducks, feed it the ducks or go into the park and
No, you
feed
can
the
make
birds.
crumbs with that in a food processor.
And I haven't the time. Now, very carefully.
Blatant
Now, you
waste.
know, be quiet, it won't. I'll pick it up and take it to the pigeons. I didn't cut off the bottom crust. Now, with a long, sharp knife, cut this down just almost to that crust. What I'm wanting to do is keep the bread all together as a loaf. Now, to make it easy, I'm going to cut this into 8 thick slices. Do the same in the middle. As I say, it's essential you don't cut through to the bottom,
they know how
otherwise
to do it.
you'll ruin it.
They can count. You can count, can't you? Yes. How many slices
Clever
are you cutting
lot.
it into? 8. Very good. Right, now for the filling for that, or the thing that we're going to put in between
No
there...
wonder your mother hates you.
We've got... My mother doesn't, she loves me.
Not what she told me on the phone.
I send her £1 a week, poor soul. What you do with the cheese, we've got a wedge here of blue cheese, but you can use any other cheese you like. You can use a processed cheese, you can use a straight cheese, you can use a creamy type cheese. We add to that about a couple of tablespoons of butter and a couple of tablespoons of cream, and just mix that together until it's sort of soft and malleable. That means...
They don't know what that means.
Mushy.
Soft.
Soft and malleable. Actually, you could have, I suppose you could call mushy peas, you could call them malleable peas, couldn't you? You ready for this?
They're not.
Oh, no, not am I yet. Oh, yeah,
What am I doing next? Don't take
Yeah, just do this.
Spread it over the cheese and... Oh, right. Now, I'll hold this over.
Right, now, you have to spread it. It's a bit stiff. Breathe on it, Pete. There you are, look, squanch that down there.
We're meant to do this quickly. Just put a little between each slice.
That's enough. It all melts when it gets twice. As long as you get it at the top, it goes down when you cook it. Well, squanch it in.
Well, turn the spoon the right way round.
Yeah, squanch it in the next one.
Robin's moved. What time's he holding up?
I don't know, I wouldn't have a clue. Squanch it in the next one. Oh, wish you'd only done 6 of these. Well, you've got the knife, I haven't. I wish you'd done 6 of these instead of 8. It would have been quicker. Why don't you just cut it in half?
Either.
Yeah. No. Actually, it's a good idea to soften it up in the microwave if you want to.
Oh, that looks lovely, doesn't it? Get away, get away, get away.
All right, do it yourself. I'll just put it on the top.
Now
you hold it while I squinch
Put it in the microwave for a quick minute while I tie it up. Now, what we're going to do... I've got to read that. Oh, what?
All right, put it in. Where's the microwave?
Just with some string. Tie it round
What's
like
in here?
This is to keep the... Tie the bread up with some string, just to pull it all together, because it does tend to open up, and you want to keep the cheese in there. And then, with the balance of that gum that David made, we're going to spread it over the top.
Cheese, blue cheese, butter and cream. You could hardly
come on, get along quickly.
Wait a minute, I'm waiting for it to go round. It's doing your washing, isn't it?
Oh, excuse me. Not supposed to move when the camera doesn't. Hello, 1.
Yeah, no, oh, is this it?
Hello, 2, hello, 3,
look,
hello, 4.
spread that on there.
Yes,
yeah, look, now that's gone really soft. It should only been in there for a little while. That's better, isn't it?
Now, just spread the surplus over the top of this to make a nice, cheesy crust.
Oh, I want a bit of thing on it.
If it spills...
Where's my paprika?
Oh, you've had all day to be ready.
I am.
In fact, you've had all... Oh, the bit's fallen off, never mind.
This is so easy to do.
I know, there we are. Now, David's already put one in the oven. Excuse me, I just spilled some cucumbers. Oh, David has got one already baking in the oven because it bakes at, and I haven't got the time.
About 190 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes till it goes nice golden brown. That's all.
And we'll show it to you later on.
So we've got that ready there.
It is a nice thing to
Who's
take.
that?
Hello, hello.
Oh, it's Vicki. Come on, dear. Come in. Oh, I say.
Wow.
Love the hair.
Thank you. Thank you.
How much it cost?
Little wine. Because we're very expensive. Little wine.
Oh, yes,
for our
love wine.
guests.
Sorry.
Is it French?
No.
Actually, it's Spanish.
Love it.
Never mind. It'll do you the world of good.
My dear, welcome. Very
Thank
nice
you.
to have you
Cheers.
with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Did she treat you all right, that maid that we had?
She was...
It's a bit rough.
No, she was wonderful. She
Was
was
she?
so flattering.
Was
she
she?
was lovely
Really?
to me. Yes,
We
lovely.
find her quite offensive at times.
Do you?
Yeah.
David reckons she's dirty around the house.
Really?
I don't think it's true.
No.
Mind you, I haven't looked too close. I don't see too well either.
Now, here, what are you doing? What are you going to do later on in the year? Anything exciting?
We're going to do another series of Allo Allo.
Oh,
Because
wonderful.
Gordon is absolutely A1 again.
Great.
Completely back to normal,
Yeah.
so... We're really pleased. We start in October. Hopefully the new series will be out about Christmas time.
Oh, that'd be nice.
So we're doing 10, I think.
Oh,
it was
cool.
8.
Oh,
10,
brilliant.
brilliant.
This will be about the 7th or 8th year, won't it?
I think, I can't remember.
No.
7th or 8th.
I know.
Yes.
Also, too, you're doing something that I've never heard of, not calisthenics. What's it called?
What, the calinetics?
Calinetics.
Yes,
Yeah, what are they?
yes. Well, there's lots of sort of tiny exercises that
Yeah.
really sort of firm you up.
Can you demonstrate one for, say, like, lower thing, you know, like your
I've got
here.
a great one for the bottom.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Okay, sit on the floor. Right? Okay, it's a bit
I'll never
difficult.
get up.
Okay.
Well, they can't see us
Now,
under
put
here.
one leg.
Yeah.
I'll
come
stand
on,
up.
come on. No,
I
come
can't
on.
get down.
Put one leg
Yeah.
behind
Oh!
and lift.
Ow!
Lift.
Oh!
That's it.
Oh!
Slowly.
We're under here, 3.
Oh, wow. I'm not doing those. It's too difficult.
Useless.
Too difficult.
Come on,
He can't
Peter.
even get up.
Oh, I
let
feel
alone put his
better
leg up.
already.
So that's all
up
you
here.
do. And that does what for you? Gets you all nice and
Get your
trim.
bottom
It's
nice
like
and
doing
firm.
microscopic...
Little tiny movements,
It
yes.
must be, I think I read about very painful, actually.
It is
to do, isn't
afterwards.
it?
You think
Because
they're
do
easy
it.
to
Yes,
start
it
with,
is.
and then the next day you really ache.
It's rather like this.
Good.
It's that other one where you stand in a doorway and push against the door and then your arms
Yes.
lift up.
Yes. Like sort of an
Got- and you
isometric.
could do them in the
God,
car.
I did it
and
before I
everywhere.
came on.
Isometric, so you
Isometrics,
firm, yes.
isometrics.
Yes.
Now listen,
Well,
what
it
about
certainly works,
your
doesn't
little
it?
daughter with the cooking
Yes.
with food? You're very interested in food, and you love,
Yes.
you know, your daughter. You've been very careful about bringing her up on certain
Yeah,
foods,
I have. I'm
haven't you?
tending to buy sort of free-range chickens and organic food and things like that. And
I think we're all becoming very aware of
Yes.
this now. The poisons
the
really that are in
pesticides and
food.
things, you just don't know. So it's quite scary, actually, if you start going in. In fact, the more you go into it, the worse
Yeah.
it gets.
Yeah.
But I try to do a little bit so that she eats healthily.
Yeah, how old is she now?
9 months, 2 days ago.
Oh, happy birthday. Oh, no,
Oh, listen,
Well, three happy three-quarters
we
of a
have finished the
birthday.
third dish. You've got
I'm
to
going
help
right,
Peter.
right,
to do
right.
I'll
And
just
that's
get this
like
out the fridge.
Go on, you help Peter do the next one, because we've got to get that ready.
Actually, funny, I'm using some sausage meat here, but
Right.
again, I know where it came from, which butcher.
Yes.
And I know it's pure and comes from pure animals. As you say, we do tend now to look at these things, I think, in a new light of the
Yes, you do.
poisons. What I've got here to say, I've got about well, I haven't got about, it is 500 grams of sausage meat, and I was meant to, while I was talking, to get this up, which I can't find, of course.
Shall I
which is
stab it some
bean-
more?
Yes, oh,
Right.
oh, you're doing a beautiful
Thank
job,
you.
thank you.
Who's that, Madam Edith?
Don't be horrid. Now, I'm adding into this about a cup of apple puree. Just get some nice fresh apples, and if you're doing them, do them with butter,
Yes.
no water, just butter, and softly, slice them all up and poach them, and then they cook in their own natural sugars and
I wouldn't have
the
thought to
juice.
put apples in.
Would you eat applesauce with pork?
Yes.
Well, I'm using pork sausage meat.
Wonderful.
Oh, she's impressed.
Still,
She's
I am.
impressed. She's impressed.
I
Quite a large, finely chopped onion, about a teaspoon, or not. I'm using a very hot curry here just to jazz it up. A teaspoon,
a
which
little
of course
bit
they
of,
do not have. I like a bit of it.
Oh,
So I'll put in about 2 ends of a knife of
Right.
curry, because that's very important, which represents a teaspoon, as you know, and a scant cup of fresh breadcrumbs. Gone mad on the bread. You could use wholemeal bread, of course, in this if you wanted.
Yes,
and
even healthier.
That's what were you talking about
Oh,
earlier?
there's a sort of a vegetarian thing called Sosmix. I tried it the other because I'm trying all these things.
Yes, yes.
And you sort of, it tastes like sausage meat. You
Based
them
on
into
soy?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's the texture
So
of that
adding this-
sausage. And you just add onions and things.
Oh, well,
and then
there you
fry
are.
it,
You see, you could use
if you're
that.
vegetarian, you can
And
use that instead.
one homegrown farm free-range egg. Oh, I should
Now,
let
while
you do
Peter's doing
that.
that, can you come and
shouldn't
help
I?
me,
right,
Vicky,
right.
because we've got to
Excuse
get
me.
on.
Oh,
Now,
certainly.
look, we're going to
Right.
cook it now, so just butter that for
Oh,
me.
right, right.
Now, what I did was rolled out 2 sheets of pastry, flaky pastry, or puff pastry, and just lightly butter or oil a dish.
Right.
Pop this in. Press it
That
in,
okay?
because this is about the size. It's about 7 inches across, this. Pop that in. Can you cut the excess off for me, please, darling? There we are.
Right.
Oh, you're left-handed.
It's dangerous.
no.
Don't stand too close.
No, don't slip.
I haven't done this before.
Otherwise, I'll be singing soprano. I didn't want it all on the
doing
floor,
well.
love. Go on, keep going.
Don't
you want
hurry,
it-
Michelle.
Oh, go on,
Don't
go on.
hurry.
Leave the ends on, doesn't matter. That's
right.
it. Take
Is that
back
okay?
the bead, please. And he'll
All
put
right.
them
I
in
don't
there.
want it.
Yes, he
He
does.
doesn't want
Yes,
it yet.
does.
Yes, he does. All right, then.
Give it to him.
Get it into
Philip.
character.
Sausage meat actually should have been taken out of the fridge a little early, but it won't matter because it will all come
Right, quickly
together.
back here.
All right.
Oh, no, with it.
Oh, with it.
Just don't leave it.
Just tip this all in like this. Smells nice already. Just push it down to the edges, but not over the edges, because David
Quick,
wants to do
Vicky,
that.
hurry up.
Right. What have we done?
Oh,
Right.
there you are.
Right.
I haven't time to be bothered. Sorry, Vicky. Don't worry, dear.
Right,
Have
now
a
we put the
time.
top on that. Just do a bit of water. I haven't got any water. Come on. Imagine we've got water. Here's water here. Hold tight. Whoops. Oh, dear, it's all go, isn't it? Whoops, water around there, right, like that. Bit of pastry on top.
I better explain that whilst they're putting this together with
Do.
the pastry and decorating it, it's going to be brushed, if you can, double brush it with egg to make a nice glaze. It goes in a preheated oven at 210 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. Then you turn it down to 175 degrees Celsius and you cook it for 45 minutes more. Have a look at it about a quarter of an hour before it's finished. And if it's getting too brown, just cover it with a piece of tin foil and it should be all right on the knife.
Right.
I'm going to get my apron off in 1 minute.
Right.
Get
Now,
my
slash
jacket on
that.
with
1,
another.
2, 3. An egg, Peter, give an egg.
Oh, here's an egg. I'm trying to get my jacket here.
Quick, break it in there and beat it with that. Get the other stuff out.
Justin.
Oh, we have another
I've
one.
given you the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Right,
They
just
say
whip
an egg and a
that.
half to meal and a
Yeah.
half.
Oh, throw it. We haven't got time to do anything like that now. We've been chatting and doing our calisthenic things, what we call them. Right, just over there.
Right.
Put 4 leaves on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this goes in the oven at what did you say? Did you just
Yes,
double that?
210. I've told them all that.
Do a bit of
For
brush.
10 minutes, 175,
I'll just
turn
get
it
my
down,
thing off.
175,
Right, don't get started.
for 45. Now, I had here for you a knife, which somebody shifted.
Oh, dear. I can't
Yvette,
get my
you're
thing
too
open.
early.
Oh, I can't get my thing open. Give us a plate. Oh, dear. It's all gone
Doesn't matter, we'll
squidgy.
Oh, it looks
push it
lovely.
together so it looks nice
Shut
for the
up. I'll
camera.
do it like this.
Right.
Where's my bread? Oh,
Don't laugh, you lot. Things happen like this at home, don't they? Oh, it
Not
cuts
in
so
their house.
cleanly. Oh,
right, that's
it,
enough.
right.
Chuck 'em
Come
off
on,
your
let's go
fingers.
through
That's
anyway.
it, take you take the bread.
Hang on.
You take that.
All right, take those.
Sorry, you're
You
right.
take
Clear.
that.
This all right?
Right, through we go.
After you don't slip on the
Go
eggshell.
in the middle. Go on.
Quickly.
Through the middle. Go on. Thank you. Oh, lovely. Right, now just pour a
Now
little bit
we've
of
got
wine.
here, we've got the spirals. We could, as I say, leave the bacon out. You could make a meatless one. Our sausage pie here, which is not expensive, but I think a very nice way to serve something. And of course, our wonderful loaf, which again you can use with all sorts of cheese and herbs, whatever you.
What I like too, you know, I've seen her do the glasses and spitting in them white.
No.
It's true.
Yes, we
She
did.
has. She's spitting these
She
glasses
doesn't.
and
We
white
did.
them.
She doesn't.
did.
She doesn't,
We
does
did.
she?
Yes, literally.
We've got here, I've just done, because this is all sorts of things you can put together, suggested here a lettuce salad with a little fresh watercress, just a vinaigrette over that, just lightly tossed. And here's something that people don't understand at all. But we've got a cabbage here. I've just lined a bowl with it, or sometimes if I wanted to look nice going to a picnic, hollow a cabbage out, keep the top as a lid, and then just put it freshly washed strawberries in it, and it looks, nobody knows why, but the cabbage acts on the strawberries to make strawberries terribly, terribly strawberry. It's marvellous, like white
Yeah,
pepper.
look, if you'd like to get a complete set of the recipes we're featuring in this series, send a large self-addressed stamped envelope with a 30p stamp on it to Hudson and Halls, PO Box 7, that's London W3 6XJ. And to you, my dear, thank you very much
My
indeed
dear,
for coming.
Cheers to you. How
God bless.
lovely. God bless you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Your audience, thank you very much. If you're at home, God bless. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah, God bless.
Yeah, that's funny.